Hello everyone, this is Joy from Artful Homemaking, and I'm in my van again waiting for my girls at their gymnastics class. So this time I have a real video camera, and I'm hoping that the quality will be better than my phone, so we'll see how it happens. Anyway, today is Friday when I'm filming this, and Friday traditionally has been chore day at our house, cleaning day. And so I thought today I would share about our chore system because it works for us, and so I thought maybe it would be helpful just to share what we've been doing for the past, I don't know, 6 years or so. Yeah, about that length of time. So anyway, I used to clean. I used to spread it out. I started back when I was single, before I was even married, with this Emily Barnes book, Survival for Busy Women, and this actual book, this actual copy, was my mom's, and I found it on her bookshelf, I think when I was, I don't know, 12 or 13, and it's Survival for Busy Women by Emily Barnes, and I love Emily Barnes. I just have always loved her writing, and I've been reading her books since, like I said, since I was 12 or 13, I think. So anyway, I remember reading this book, and in this, Emily tells you how she does her cleaning, how she schedules her cleaning. And I used to do it the way she does. What she would do is you do a little bit. I'm trying to see if I can find where she says that. You do a little bit each day, so you're not setting aside a whole day for cleaning. So like Monday you might vacuum, or traditionally maybe Monday you might do the laundry and focus on that, and maybe a few other little things like water the plants. And Tuesday you might vacuum the whole house. Wednesday you might clean the bathrooms. Thursday you might, do something in the kitchen, like deep cleaning in the kitchen. So the benefit of this method this is Survival for Busy Women, and Emily talks to like women who have careers and who work outside the home. That's largely who she was talking to in this book, but it works for anybody. So anyway, that's how I used to do it when I was single, and when I was newly married. I had a schedule where I would break it up into the week. Each day of the week I would just do little bits and pieces, so I didn't have to devote hours to cleaning on one day, because when we first got married, I worked outside the home full time, and so I didn't have time. When I got home from work, I was exhausted. My husband and I actually shared the duties. We both cooked because we both worked, and but I still did the cleaning. My husband, even though he likes to cook, cleaning isn't really his thing. So that's always been kind of what I do. So anyway, I did it the Emily Barnes way, separating it out into each day. But as I had children and we started homeschooling, I started feeling like, I don't know, it really did feel like the house was never all clean all at once when I did little bits and pieces. Like, say I just focused on laundry and vacuuming or something on Mondays, and then I focused on another little piece the next day. It did make it more manageable, and that's what I did when my children were all younger, when they were all babies and small, as I broke it up, because I only had time to just do little bursts of cleaning, 30 minutes here and 30 minutes there. But as the children got older, that's when I started thinking that we might benefit from having a whole day devoted to cleaning. And then we do maintenance tasks like dishes, and we do work on laundry all week long, because with 7 people in the house, that's a lot of laundry. So we do work on those things, but we don't do our deep cleaning throughout the week. We save that for Fridays. And so I just thought I'd share how we go about doing that. And honestly, at this point, since we've been doing it this way for 6 or 7 years at least, it's a habit, and everybody knows we clean on Friday. It's just, what we do. No one ever, when we first started, people were like, oh, do we have to, you know, and they kind of, I had some resistance, and it took a while before it became a habit, but now it's such a habit, people get up and start cleaning. They just do it without, I don't have to prompt them. I will tell you, I do one thing that does remind them this is what you need to do, but I'll get to that in a minute. So, we started off, I'll share this with you, with managers of their chores from Steve and Terry Maxwell. This, and I know I probably have a mirror image here, so the words are probably not showing up the correct way. But anyway, this is my managers of their chores book, and I got this book, I don't know, when it first came out several years ago, and, which I can't remember when that was, but, I liked reading through this book. It's very thorough, and it gives you a complete plan. And what you do is you write down all the chores that, you know, need to be done in your home, and then you make cards, chore cards, and you put, yeah, that's what I think that's what they have you do. You put them on a ring. No, they don't put theirs on a ring. That's what I was trying to remember. They have you put, they have you make the cards, and then you have a little pocket that they put them in, and you move the cards as you do each chore. You move the front one to the back as you move each one. You're just moving through the cards. That didn't work for our family very well because the cards would get lost. So the cards that were supposed to be in the little pocket, yeah, there's a picture on here, I just remembered. If you can see the picture of there's a little plastic thing and the cards go in there. And so that's what we did at first, but as I said, the cards got lost. Maybe that's unique to our family, but they would be done with the chores and put them in the little plastic packet thing, and then they would fall out. Or they would fall off of the table or something, and then they'd be all over the place, and we'd lose one. It was very frustrating. So I started putting the cards on a ring, and that way they're all together, and you're not going to lose them. To us, this was just simpler. You put them on a ring, and you just move through each one as you do each chore, and you know where you are. It's pretty simple. So we thought this was a better solution, and then we had magnets that we hung these on the refrigerator, and we did our chores like this for several years, and it worked really well. The only reason I moved away from doing it like this is because now my children are older, most of them. I have a 7-year-old, he's my youngest, and he would benefit from these, I'm sure, but for my older children, they had all the chores memorized. No one was using these at all. They were unnecessary for us. So, but I still needed a way to know what was happening and if everybody was getting everything done. And I thought about what works for me. For me, what works is a checklist type of system. So, and I mean, that's how I operate, from a daily checklist, and I love to check things off. And so I thought maybe they would like that too. So, this is not Friday chores, this is daily chores. For daily chores, I made a simple checklist I think in a Word document. I just took a Word document and made a table and put each thing that they were supposed to do. I don't know if you can even see this, but it's just a simple checklist. And I just put the things that I expect them to get done every day. And I do at this point, someone's walking by, I do at this point, I put things like Bible and prayer on their checklist just to kind of remind them. I mean, my older girls, they do this on their own. The boys have a harder time remembering to do stuff like this on their own. They kind of need prompting. So, anyway, the checklist helps them to know what is expected of them each day. And we use this in our house. We do have some educational games on the computer that we let them play. And for us, you don't get computer time until you've done what's on your checklist. So we just, excuse me, we just have the things like Bible, prayer, straighten your room, make your bed, and then whatever else it is that they need to do We just have them do that. So anyway, the daily checklist is how I keep track of the daily chores. And I do have a column for Friday, but we actually don't use that because what we use for Friday is these wipe off. This is my two girls who are at gymnastics right now. I just brought their boards with me because the other children are at home with my husband. My husband works from home, and so when I take the two girls to gymnastics, the other children, they can just clean, and my husband's there. So theirs are at home, but this is the other two girls. So I got these at Walmart, which is actually right behind me because I'm sitting in the Walmart parking lot. So anyway, they're not very expensive. They're just a simple magnetic wipe-off board, and they come with these little markers, and you can attach them to the board, and I should attach them to the board, but I think they came undone. But anyway, so what I did is I just wrote out the chores with a permanent marker, like a Sharpie, and the permanent marker, you know, will stay on there. It doesn't erase. And then I made a little box. And then as they do each thing, this is just Friday chores. We only use these on Fridays. And as they do each thing, they check them off. Put a check mark in each box. And when they get done with all of their Friday chores, we've been doing this for years, we have a Friday cleaning day treat. And everybody looks forward to this, and it kind of makes cleaning day fun. Everybody thinks, oh, it's Friday, we get a treat. And I try to get something that's not too junky, you know, something like, I can't think of what they're called, but a brand of candy that you can get. We get ours from Azure Standard, our food co-op, and I can't think of what it's called right now. It's completely escaped me, but it doesn't have food coloring, and it's got more natural sugar. So it's still sugar, but it's without the food coloring. And so those are very special, and they're guarded at our house, and we don't get them out for anything else except for cleaning day. And sometimes I'll vary the treats, like if we have a seasonal, you know, some like Christmas candy or something, sometimes I'll give them that. And the idea is that it's just supposed to be something special. You did all your chores, now you get your treat. So, and they actually, from oldest to youngest, they all look forward to their cleaning day treat. So it may seem kind of silly, but I just kind of wanted to have cleaning day be something fun that they looked forward to. So I started that years ago, and it's been a really positive thing. And like I said, I don't even tell anybody, hey, you need to do your chores, really. What I do is I put each child's board, their little chore board, I put it at their place at the table at night before I go to bed on Thursday night. And so Friday morning it's sitting there waiting for them. And they just know to do it. And nobody questions it. Nobody wonders about it. It's just something we do. And it's because it's a habit. And this right here has caused me to see how incredibly powerful habits are in our child training and in our whole life. I mean, even for moms, we need good habits too. When I first started cleaning on Fridays, and when I first started saying, okay, everyone, we're going to clean, seriously, they said, who's coming over? It was like, if we're cleaning the whole house, someone must be coming over. This was like, I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago. And I thought, this is terrible. They think we only clean when guests are coming. So at first it was difficult to get the habit started every Friday. It was like, we're going to clean now. And I had to remind them, and I would give them their little Friday chore pack things to do. So at first, yeah, it was hard to get everybody to understand we are doing this. We did it last Friday. Doesn't matter if you don't want to do this Friday. We're doing it again. We're going to do it every Friday. We're always going to do it on Friday. And I mean, unless something changes. So it is a habit, and I don't even have to tell anybody to do it. And it's the same thing with dishes. For dish duty, we have we've broken that down into each child does dishes at a certain time. Except the youngest, he doesn't do dishes yet. I mean, he helps with other things, but at this point, he's not doing dishes. So, dishes, we never have to tell them to do dishes. They know they have to do dishes. After each meal, they just go and do them. And that took a while to get that to be a habit, but now it's just a habit. I mean, habits are awesome. It's wonderful because it takes the stress off of mom because they already know what they're supposed to do. And there's no arguing, no fighting, no complaining. they just do it. It's wonderful. I love it. So anyway, this system really works well for us. Now we are having a little bit of difficulty because of this gymnastics class on Friday, and I was very disappointed when they announced the class is going to be on. This is a homeschool gymnastics class they're doing, and when we were planning it, the other moms planning it were trying to decide which day, and inside I was thinking, please, not Friday. Please, let's not do it on Friday. And it turned out to be on Friday. And I was kind of sad because that's my cleaning day, and I love Fridays. I love cleaning and getting the house clean, and it's just a day for me to get everything back on track, just to reset everything, get, clean towels hanging up, and to restock the toilet paper, and it just makes me feel good to get it done. And so now that I'm gone for a couple of hours every Friday, it does make it more complicated to get all of my cleaning and everything done. So I actually have been doing some of my cleaning on Thursday. So it has kind of messed up my schedule a little bit, but it's not that big a deal. So what I do now is on Thursday afternoons, I do some of the cleaning that I'm having a hard time getting done on Fridays. So, but the other children, as I said, they're at home. My oldest daughter and my two youngest boys, my two boys, they're at home, and they will have their cleaning done usually by the time we get home. And then the two girls that are at gymnastics, they are very diligent and very good about getting their chores done. So we come home, we eat lunch, and then they just get started on their chores, and it's wonderful. And then I work on what I didn't get done on Thursday. I work on those chores. So anyway, this system works so well for us, and that's just why I wanted to share it. Maybe it's something that could work for you too. And you can, I've seen lots of variations of this chore board idea. You can write the chores in permanent marker, and you can get cute little magnets, and instead of having them use the marker, like if you have younger children or if you don't like the marker idea, you can stick a magnet, over in one spot to show that you can, like in a box, to show that you completed your chores. And I almost did that, but with 5 kids and however many chores, it would be a lot of magnets, and so I just thought it was easier to use the marker, so that's why we do that. But anyway, I just wanted to share that, and hopefully maybe there's someone out there that it will work for you, or maybe these little things will work for you on a ring. You could even just print these, make this on your own computer, and just come up with the chores that you need, and print them off on cardstock, laminate them, and put them on a ring, and it works really well. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you, and I hope you have a great weekend. Hopefully I may do another video next week if this one turns out okay. So anyway, have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye!